in a world. Oh, what up, fam? Yeah, I feel like a total boomer. I have no idea what I'm doing. Waiting to see the stream. Shout out to GNN for becoming a member, though. I'm waiting to see if I am on the screen. Yo, I got all ready to go live. Went live, and I guess I had like some stream elements thing set up. I'm like, what in the world? All right, I think we're good. We'll see. Yeah, I'm on the stream. Yeah. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me, and we're just gonna rock out. What's up, Austin? What's up? Yeah, so that took me so long to make that, bro. I think it's pretty funny though. All right, cool. So I didn't have a ton of time put together a lot of stuff for this, but so I think we're gonna do the conspiracy campfire. The idea is that you guys can call in and we're gonna chat about whatever the subject is. I'll show you guys some stuff, and then I'll open up StreamYard. And yeah, you guys gotta bear with me. Obviously, this is the first time I've done it. I'm gonna have to see, you know, the way. What's up, Austin? Great to see you spitting out content after content, brother. Thank you. You never made that. Witsit. It took me hours to make that. It's pretty fire though. You gotta admit, you would be amazed at how tedious making that thing was. Like, to get the green screens to transfer over into like the moon scenes. Like to make them like look good. It was crazy. All right, anyway, so I think that we should now be able to do a lot more, and I'm just gonna have to learn everything, but let's see if this will pop up. Wow, thank you for the 199 super chat. Super sticker. See, it's actually supposed to give an alert for that though. I don't know how that works. I don't know if that popped up or not. In a world. So, all right, let's go ahead and try and get into some of this. Oh, look, donation popped up at the bottom. 3.33%. Oh, we got stuff popping up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like figuring this out. Oh, so the super chat's just delayed. It did pop up. All right, cool. There you go. Witsit, can we get more content on going barefoot? Maybe. So yeah, if anyone donates, it'll pop up, and then it'll keep up with it down at the bottom. If you become a member, it'll update. So pretty cool. All right, so what we're gonna do is just kind of look at a little bit thing about giants. I'll kind of give my little take on it real fast, actually. So yeah, like I guess if you talk to the normie that like chugs fluoride and stuff like that, they'll tell you that it's insane to think that there used to be giants. But shout out to Melodome for the 2-hour super chat. I don't know if that font color is good. I don't know if you can actually read it. In a world. Thank you very much, sir. Shout out to my boy Awesome Austin, be crushing. Gravy Train. Austin, I appreciate how you conducted yourself on modern day debate. Look forward to Bryant one-on-one. Thank you for the super chat and the kind words. Yeah, it should be cool. I gotta get it ironed out with him, but he'll probably be the first guest on. So one of the shows is gonna be called Witsit Kicks It. So Witsit kicks it with whoever it is, you know. Ow. So just a little delay, but that's still pretty cool.
I appreciate how you conducted yourself on modern day debate.
Bro, I hope that you guys do not hear her reading that, because that was so annoying. Can you guys tell me if you just heard them read that? That was so lame. It's not gonna happen. All right, yeah, so anyway, so of course that there's like ancient texts that say that. You guys heard her say that? Oh, bro. My goodness, we're gonna have to do something. Let me come here. I'm legit like oh my gosh. Thank you for becoming a member. ᴏᴜᴛᴜ, much love, brother. Thanks for becoming a member. Whew. All right, so let me figure this out. 'Cause I don't see it on the. I don't see that audio anywhere. Oh, here we go. Oh, see, it shouldn't be audio. Shouldn't be coming through it. Well, I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, we heard it and it was lame. You're telling me, bro. That was beyond lame. Anyway, so like the ancient texts that there were giants and stuff, and I know it may sound crazy to the unopened mind, but the unopened mind probably thinks it's crazy that we're not like defying physics in a vacuum, right? So please don't read it, lady. Please
Keep up
don't
the
read.
good work.
Oh man. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Wind Rider. Keep up the good work. Much love. Will do. Thank you. You guys can tell it has some potential though, right? Once I get it running smooth, it'll be cool. Look at bro's trolling. I just wanted to hear her again. I don't know what very 8 tates mean, but thank you for the super chat. I gotta figure this out ASAP. You guys gotta bear with me. So I've been trying to think about like, honestly, I think if you don't think there were possibly giants, then you're just tripping at this point.
I just wanted to hear her again.
Oh my gosh. Alright, I gotta. Okay. Yeah, that's so lame. Actually don't know how to turn her off, man. In a world. Yeah, they dug up graves. Yeah, they've dug up graves with like giant skeletons, and some people try to say that stuff is fake. And then there's a bunch of newspapers from back in the day that talk about not aliens. Wow, giants. Yo, you guys are trolling me right now. You guys can't wait until I can get it fixed for the super chat. Yo, diggity, yo, Earth is flat. I shouldn't read it since we're gonna have this, amazing hostess read it apparently. I don't see it. Don't see where I can turn it off. How dare them? Sorry, you just gotta bear with me. We're on boomer time right now. I'm an OBS boomer.
Yo diggity yo, Earth is flat.
Oh, yikes. You're gonna have her reading off shots fired.
This robot is more of a woman than Brenda ever can be.
Yeah. Thanks for the super chat. Alright, bruh. Yikes, bruh. Because I thought I already had it all turned off, and all of a sudden this girl's talking. Oh. See, I do have it turned off. It's like it lets me pick the sound. I have no... Oh. This is hell of annoying. Just keep it pushing, ignore this weird AI girl. I mean, that's brutal, bro. That's super lame. Whew.
How dare you?
How dare you? Thank you for the super chat. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I wanna play a video. Because I was gonna play you guys a video, a little like video about giants anyway. And then we'll just kind of I'll try and work on it while we play the video. And then long story short, there's lots of evidence for there being giants. The scriptures talk about it. Enoch talks about it. There's something called the Book of Giants. All kinds of ancient texts talk about it. If you look at like megalithic structures, well, how did they build them, and why did they build things so big? And there just seems to be a lot of evidence that there were giants. And what we found out is that they tried to claim that people back in the day were dumb and primitive. And thank you for the super chat.
Let me speak. One night only. It's only mostly gay.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. Whew. Let me speak one night only. Okay, the real problem is I don't even want to say what the problems are. Giants are impossible. Well, very profound input. Oh, shut it down. Someone said it's impossible. So they try to tell us that like the ancient civilizations were all stupid and dumb and primitive and didn't know anything they were doing and blah, blah, blah. We happen to find out that it seems like they were much more advanced than even like the mainstream is now, right? Like the mainstream. Wow, thank you for the very generous super chat.
Witsit background be bussin'.
Thank you so much for the kind super chat, Kingdom of Context.
This message will self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
This is a test super chat alert for $39.
I even sent a test.
Yo yo Witsit gets it rocks.
Thank you for the super chat. Alright. Oh, bow. Let's go. I think I figured it out. Okay. I'm not sure, but I think I figured it out. Yeah. Well, she hasn't read a member off anyway, huh? Thank you for becoming a member, whoever just did that. I actually can't read it. Alright, I think we're good. We'll see. Here comes another one. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Lowry. Oh, that one didn't pop up. Ho! Didn't read it. I think we're good. Alright, cool. I think we're good. Alright, thanks for the super chats. You guys got me for a little bit. Probably a few other things that I have to learn about, but what are you gonna do? So we're gonna play this video. Just a short little video. Kind of gets you in the giant mood, you feel me? And then hopefully audio and everything works. And then we'll chop it up. And I think I got some gravy. A lot of you guys have probably thought about like this wavelength, even though waves aren't things that I'm on. But I think that, yeah, I think just the truth may be stranger than fiction, you feel me? Alright, let's roll the video.
Enoch is interesting. Wait until you hear the Book of Giants. The Book of Giants was discovered in 1947 in the Dead Sea Scrolls discovery. The manuscript is dated to the 2nd century BC at the earliest, but could be much older. The same narratives as mentioned in the Book of Enoch of the fallen angels, their corruption of mankind, and their destruction through the flood of Noah is mentioned all throughout the Book of Giants. The scroll was found deteriorating, leaving only fragments of text, but the pieces of text we do have hold incredible information. The Book of Giants describes in great detail the fallen angels corrupting the genetics of all flesh that was on the earth. It tells us specifically in one of the fragments, fragment 1Q23 1+6.
How dare you keep on freezing?
200 donkeys, 200 asses, 200 rams of the flock, 200 goats, 200 beasts of the field.
Yo, they're trolling me right now.
From every animal, from every bird, were selected for miscegenation. Miscegenation refers to the mixing of races or species, particularly in the context of sexual intercourse. The next text that follows makes it absolutely clear that this wasn't referring to different species breeding with each other, but actual cross species genetics involving the seed of the fallen angels themselves. It's important to notice that giants and monsters are referred to in unique, distinct references. We know from Genesis 6:4 that when humans and angels mated together, that the offspring they produced was giant humans, half human, half fallen angel. Fragment 4Q5312.
Yo, they are hating, bro. All right, this is no good. I don't know why it keeps freezing. I'm assuming it's freezing for you guys too.
It's interesting. Wait until you hear the Book of Giants.
Like, why? Why can't you just play? It plays like effortlessly until we go.
The Book of Giants was discovered in 1947 in the Dead Sea Scrolls discovery. The manuscript is dated to the 2nd century BC at the earliest, but could be much older. The same narratives as mentioned in the Book of Enoch of the fallen angels, their corruption of mankind, and their destruction through the flood of Noah is mentioned all throughout the Book of Giants. The scroll was found deteriorating, leaving only fragments of text, but the pieces of text we do have hold incredible information. The Book of Giants describes
how Facebook is tripping. I wonder if we went live on Facebook. Alright, maybe we can try to play another video and come back to it. I don't know what's going on. Facebook's hating.
British explorer Alfred Isaac Middleton traveled to some of the furthest reaches of the globe back in the late 1800s.
The what?
He tracked some...
Dude, why? Why is none of the videos working?
Some of the most brutal environments that exist on this planet. Thought to be
This what?
uninhabited
Yo, this is wild.
for thousands of
Dial-up, I have like 700 download and 40 upload right now.
years. Before these pictures surfaced, it was
Directly plugged in.
believed that he had discovered lost
Okay, fine. Whatever. You guys win. This guy sucks though. I don't know anything about him. All right, cool. Well, they're killing the vibe. You know how it goes. So we'll try another video. Or, you know, we'll just keep going. Yeah, this is crazy. Man. They say, yes, there's that story about how they supposedly fought a giant. And the army fought a giant in Afghanistan. Pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know if it's real, but... Man.
North American accounts of the giant skeletons that were found in the Ohio and Pennsylvania Valley. I'm talking everything from 10 to 12 foot tall guys found in copper armor. And the more I investigated, I found out it was a worldwide situation where we're talking some really big skeletons, all the way up to 36 feet tall.
If we only had basketball then, huh?
Well, I can tell you this, when some of these guys, some of the British giants, for instance, one guy specifically, listen to this, a guy by the name of William Joyce in the late 1800s, he could lift a ton dead weight, in other words, 2,000 pounds. and that you're only talking about a guy that was 8 feet tall. So I think the situation that most people find in history is there are too many question marks. And when you're looking at the temples of the world, and you're looking at all of the, what would you say, the answers that are out there, but seemingly are, swept under the rug, I think it becomes apparent that for some reason someone doesn't want the issue of giants brought up.
Do giants exist? Now, some will tell you, no, of course they don't exist. They'll tell you that there is no evidence. They'll even discount whatever stories you may have heard, whatever things you have seen. And what's interesting is if you look into this more deeply, there's actually a lot of proof that they do exist. All right? And we're going to go over some of that here. I wanted to also show you this first, though. You may know what this website is. Might have seen it a few times. They're well known for allegedly giving you the truth. But in reality, actually, the guy who owns it has divorced his wife, and it was because he was doing stuff behind her back. All right? And there's literally one man running this website. One man. He's the bastion of truth.
I love this guy. Yeah. I've seen him lately.
He has like a couple workers who write articles. That's it. Literally one person. And for some reason, we're supposed to trust them, right? I don't think so. So they do this story here.
I don't think so, buddy.
Did these guys take out a giant? You may have seen this story. We're going to go over a number of things here, a lot of different things. I just wanted to cover this first. Of course, they say it's not true,
download.
Right? But what is the reason they give for it not being true? We do not have any record or information about a member taking out a giant in Kandahar. That's their proof that it's not true, right? But literally, they reference a video which actually has 2 eyewitnesses, or actually has I think it's like 3 people who testify about the story. Okay, so here's one.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it again. I'm kind of hoping everything loads. I just checked my internet, 500 downloads, so it's not 7 something, but 500 download, 35 upload. So, but little disclaimer here, right? You always just gotta take in information and go from there, right? So most of you may have heard of the story of the people were in the army in Afghanistan. I heard about it a few years ago, right? Where allegedly there was this giant in a cave, and they had to fight it. But I will say, truth is stranger than fiction, seemingly. And there's a lot of evidence that we've been lied to on an immense scale. So just stay open-minded. I'm not saying that I know that this story from the army is true or anything like that, but you know how it goes.
I'm going to play this one first, and then I'm going to play the other one as well. Okay?
Back to the base, and we started hearing this rumor about a unit that killed this, what they started calling this really tall person. At first I didn't think anything of it, and then come to find out that the person that they killed actually was 3 times the size of a man, had extra digits on their hand and digits on their feet, and had red hair, and a special unit had come in and wanted this.
All right, so you can see there, this is one man who had heard the story while he was back on base. Okay, but we have this guy who is actually part of the group that took him out. All right, let me play this real quick. Now, if they're telling you on this other website that they have no information whatsoever, when that's not even true. It's not true at all. They literally reference a video that shows you information. Okay, it's just kind of funny how they do that.
Row mines, laying down fire, and I start firing.
How dare you?
He skewers Dave. He's now got him on this pike. It went through him. He's still got him, and he's coming after more. We all just clicked in. I don't know what it was, but I remember.
All right, he goes in and he talks about how it takes 30 seconds. All of them focused on him. they're focused on him and trying to take him out for 30 seconds, and the guy's still moving. So
yeah, I just gotta say, think about hearsay is not evidence. Yeah, hence me literally just saying that.
it took that long. And of course, some other group comes in and takes this giant to another place. They don't know where. Let me play this here.
I won't be obviously this person is here just for like attention, right? But I will just use this as an opportunity. The follow-up was cartoons, also not real evidence. Oh, you mean like all the cartoons of outer space and alleged planets and CGI, like Earth pictures, and then you look up real pictures of satellites in space and nothing but cartoons pop up, and then you Google core of the Earth and it's just a cartoon. You mean like that? You mean how all we ever get of the alleged story that we're on a tilted wobbling ball in the middle of a vacuum going around the sun with a bunch of planets is nothing but cartoons? I actually agree with you. I agree with you. Cartoons are not evidence of anything. I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
This is sounding longer than it took. We're talking 30 seconds.
So, this is a modern day story about one, and it's from eyewitnesses, but of course it's not true. That's what they tell you. And here's an article that covers it more here. Huge hominoid allegedly encountered by a group on a mountainside in Afghanistan said they had stood about 13 feet in height, weighing in excess of 1,000 pounds. So this is just one example, right? And actually there's many examples. Here's an interesting search you can do. Still, to this day,
yeah, look at this.
I don't know how long you'll be able to do this, but I've already noticed lots of searches have changed the results. If you do a search just on the regular Google, not on the images, you'll have a hard time finding information on this type of stuff. I mean, it's still there, don't get me wrong, but it's like been pushed down, and they push all these trusted sources to the top, right? Which basically push whatever they want you to think, right? Because they got to
How dare you keep freezing like that?
program you. That's according to these documents that came out. Diagram, and it says program people right on it. So they want to program you to think a certain way. But if you go look at this, you'll see there's a number of clippings from various newspapers. In the past, like in the 1800s and late 1700s, 1800s, and even 1900s, you'll see all these different, all around the country, all around America, 11 feet tall, 10 feet tall, just all manner of these different articles. And these were in trusted news papers. We're talking like, any of the main ones you see today, like New York Times and stuff.
How crazy is you can't even Google stuff anymore? If it's stupid, why can't we just read the stupid stories in the newspapers back in the day? Why would you censor it? That seems weird to me. But if anyone thinks they have some like gravy about the giant or something like that, I hope my audio is not clipping because it's too loud or something. Then you can just email it to me at witsitgetsit@gmail.com. If it's not too long or something like that, then I'll show it on stream. Oh, we got some production issues over here. All right, moving on.
That had these published.
Guess I got to do
We're
this.
talking trusted sources, allegedly, right? And they got all these stories in these newspapers from the past. You see, there's like a ton, and I remember there's like at least 100 of them you can easily find on here. And it can be 9 foot, 10 foot, 11 foot tall. And these guys encountered a guy who was 13 to 15 foot tall. So, and there's stories of ones that were even 30 foot tall skeletons that were found in like France. There's like two of them. I think one was in France and one was like in Afghanistan or something that was really tall, like 30
Video's
foot or
quiet.
something. So they've found these things, but it was a long time ago when they found them. And what's interesting is even if you look at these medieval historical books, like the ones from when they went to the Incas and Aztecs in South America and they first encountered them, the conquistadors, they had all these stories of seeing giant skeletons and skulls, and the skull being like this big, like literally 5 foot from the eye socket inward.
I'm gonna download
you know, like really huge skulls they found. And they even had a cave where there was like 3 giants on thrones inside the cave. And this is all documented in historical books. We were talking about professional historians back then.
Yo, professional historians back then. Think how funny it is though. Like you'll have like the normie people, like the people in the chat, like, oh, that's so stupid. It's just, oh, anyone can write anything. But then they'll believe a story without primary documentation, with no legitimate historians from thousands of years ago, about how a guy proved the earth was a sphere with 2 sticks. And then there's 2 stories, and one's like wells, one's like sticks. They changed the story. No primary documentation. That's legit. Definitely happened. Definitely legit. Like much more recent, prominent historians corroborating each other's evidence. It's heavily censored, so you can't find it. The Smithsonian hid all the evidence. 100% could never be real. Think about living like that. Just don't be like that. Don't be that person.
Okay, writing these things. But of course, today, they don't ever show you these primary sources from these original historians that were there at that time frame. They rewrite history to avoid these topics, and they just assume this stuff is myth and fake, even though it was written literally in the 1600s, you know, in the 1700s, things like the late 1600s. They have these old historical books, and they say they basically just discount anything they don't believe that doesn't fit whatever they believe. So they never tell you about any of this stuff. And I had a video showing all this kind of stuff in the past. So there's a lot of things like this. And then, you know, recently, this just came out a day ago. Mystery pointy linked skulls. Discovery sheds new light on strange ancient practices. And they found these skulls. And what's interesting, you know, not all these have anything to do with giants. Sometimes what it is humans are actually
just a sec. We're going to cut out
trying to mimic these humans from the past are trying to mimic the look of some of these giants, because some of the giants did have head skulls like this, especially in Egypt. Some of them had skulls like this, so they would actually try to mimic it. What's really strange about this story, though, if you read it, is that they did DNA analysis on 2 different skulls that were shaped within the same area. Okay, they were found in Croatia. They were found in the same place, both of them with different shaped skulls, and the DNA said they were from completely different places. Okay? One shows that it West Euro-Asian associated ancestry, and the other one has East Asian ancestry. So that's a little strange, you know? So that's another example right there. Then, you know, there was a recent interview on Zen Garcia's channel. I've been on his channel, and I think I'll probably be on his channel in the near future again. He covers a lot of interesting topics, and I'm actually watching this from I have 4 accounts that I watch videos from. I didn't even know I wasn't, maybe I got unsubscribed from him. I don't know what happened there, but he also has another channel. One's Zen Garcia, the other one is, what was the other one called? I'm trying to remember.
All right, I think we got it fixed.
My mind's blurring right now.
Can't deal with that.
Maybe Endeavor Freedom. That's the other one. So he has some really interesting.
Not today. Oh, I thought I did. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, let's do it.
What was the other one called? I'm trying to remember offhand. My mind's blurring right now. Let me see here. Maybe, Endeavor Freedom. That's the other one. So he has some really interesting videos, but again, his channel also is being pushed down. It's very obvious to me, because he used to get a lot more views, and they're pushing his channel down just like they're doing to mine. But he has some really amazing videos, this one especially. He's interviewing a man who's an archaeologist, Joe Taylor. And what's interesting, though, is if you listen to him, he has some really interesting stuff that he covers here. And they have a museum, right? They have a museum. They do the whole 9 years. They go do archaeological digs. They do research. They put them up in their.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a good little video to start you off to get the idea. I mean, now I'll just kind of talk to you. Then we're gonna call in. I know a lot of truthers have known about a lot of this for a minute, but anyway.
Museum. They also do testing on them, DNA testing, all that kind of stuff. But what's interesting is because he believes in this stuff, because he finds this stuff and puts it in his museum. Actually, there's a famous picture you might have seen before of him. This picture here is of him. Now, you'll have these other guys that are the trusted sources at the top of the page of Google. Like this man here, his name is Andy White, who's writing this blog about Joe. And he doesn't even tell truthful information here. Even his first paragraph's not even true. Because Joe is part of the museum that he alleged... Okay, Joe never claims that this is the actual original femur here. Okay? What he did is he actually recreated one based on some fragments and also from some testimony, from what I understand, of someone who actually did dig it up. And he recreated it based on what the guy said it looked like, and he still had fragments or something. And based off that, he was able to recreate a full leg bone from it. And it was about this size when you took the fragments and figured out what it would be fully. You know what I mean? Like if he had part of it here, and he was able to figure out from that part how big the entire section of the bone would be, and it ended up being 47-inch femur. Now, of course, he had it molded because he was trying to recreate it based off the fragments, right? And such. And as a result, they had to mold it to make it so it would be the size of what it would actually have originally been. But this guy here,
look at that bone,
this
bro.
Andy White,
yikes,
basically claims that he bought it at a museum, like as if he just went to a museum and he's trying to trick people. But in reality, he actually works at that museum and he's the one that molded it. So it's just like, what are you doing? He's putting up false information. And this is what they do all the time. They do this all.
Will the Giants come back? Because if so, there we go. Because if so, I will need to buy more guns. That's hilarious. I personally think the Giants will come back. I'm gonna give my take on all of that. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of gravy if you've never seen it. Most people have, but.
All the time. And this Andy White is one of those people. And they were even trying to get him in trouble. They were even trying to get this Joe Taylor in trouble with those who run this part of science. You know, they were trying to literally get him in trouble and get him so he would be like. I don't know. They're really trying to get him in trouble if you read through this here. Just because he took a little sample from some cave. They were trying to take this little technicality and blow it up into something huge. When literally, I would say weekly people violate this law. It's kind of like breaking the speed limit or something, what we're talking about here. But at any rate, really interesting though is some of the stuff he says in this broadcast here. And some of the testimonies he's received from people who've seen eyewitnesses, and also some of the bones that they've dug up as well. I'll just play a little bit here and then comment, all right?
Paleontologists, whether secular unbelievers or Christian creationists. The museum is not a lot of fancy skeletons, which that's great. You know, T-Rex skeleton's great.
What?
If they don't tell you anything about a T-Rex,
aliens don't exist. Dinosaurs.
They don't tell you that it was found with things it shouldn't be found with. Like T-Rex we were digging up there in Montana, it had several other dinosaurs with it, but it also had turtles, crocodiles, and 3 kinds of plants, 3 different preservations of plants, and 18 broken T-Rex teeth so far. But no T-Rex.
So what he's saying is that they'll often find things that are not supposed to be with the bones. Like they tell you the story how it's uniformitarianism and it longs millions of years. But what ends up happening is often in these digs is they find things that don't fit into what's supposed to be there. You're not supposed to be finding turtles and crocodiles with it. And they'll...
Yo, if you think that the mainstream story about dinosaurs is 100% legit, you might be hopeless. If you've actually like heard the critique of it. But have you guys ever seen a kangaroo skeleton? It looks just like a T-Rex, bro. So I think there used to be crazy big creatures as well as giants.
Find all these things that are not supposed to be there with it, but they won't tell anybody. It's, again, just like the historians that won't tell you what the original historical books say. They completely change the story because, of course, that stuff ain't true. We don't believe it, so we're not going to put it in modern day history. The same also with modern day archaeology is if they see something that doesn't fit what they're supposed to have there, according to evolution or whatever, then they basically, they don't tell you about it.
Yeah, and how crazy is it that they will literally get like one little bone, make up a whole idea of what they think the animal should be, claim different eras from billions of years ago, tell you that this dinosaur did this from billions of years ago, right? And there will be all kinds of ancient civilizations saying all kinds of different collaborating accounts that corroborate each other, right? Like giants, all the way back to like just a few decades ago. People writing in the newspapers, getting it published, historians, Abraham Lincoln talking about like looking out on the mountains. Our eyes are looking on the same mountains that the eyes of giants once looked out on. Abraham Lincoln said there were giants. So all these people and say that there are giants, and you're not even allowed to hear about it. The Smithsonian decides you can't hear at all about the idea. You can't even look into it. We should have been taught in school. Abraham Lincoln was allegedly a good president. He got killed or whatever, but he also believed in giants. You're never told that. But then people will just blindly believe this idea of dinosaurs, which wasn't even a thing until the Royal Society put it out. It wasn't even a thing. It was like mid-1800s. The Royal Society pushes dinosaurs all of a sudden. And then, so basically they went and took all the bones. The Smithsonian went and took all the bones. And then they replaced the story with this idea of dinosaurs. Suppressed the whole entire idea of giants. And for one reason is because it would add a lot of potential viability or validity to scriptural description. But of course, it's not confined to just the scriptures. It just changes a lot. It changes the way we would look at what happened on this earth. Right, and so they need you to just be brain dead, like some people, and like just blindly believe whatever they say and just live day to day and be sunken in depravity and ego and have no moral guidelines or objectivity to your morality, or think that no moral objectivity exists and have no linear code of ethics and run around constantly lying and being deceptive. And they need that because then you turn into like a nihilist. And then you're super easy to brainwash, right? And then you're dispensable. And the idea that there were things that are way bigger than you, way stronger than you, that were taken out by an asteroid, this idea is used to make you feel small. And like, oh, well, then it's just a matter of time before we get taken out. Live in fear. And then we'll tell you something that you can never connect with or understand at all because it's so far from true. Yeah, I mean, I think it's impressive in the sense that this isn't just like random lies. It seems like it's orchestrated on a very meticulous, deep level for psychological purpose. It's somewhat impressive if we're going to be honest. But anyway, let's go. Let's move on.
Montana somewhere. The most insignificant thing was a little movie they showed at the end of the presentation.
So we're pretty sure giants were bad, possibly children of the fallen angels, right? Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, genetic manipulation resulted in the giants.
Went to see the thing. It was a little movie to show. At the end, it listed all the plants that were found with it.
Either way, if there were giants, we got to figure out what's up with that. For the people that obviously don't like the scripture or whatever, it's whatever. But if there are giants, it's again, it's not just exclusive to the scriptures. You got to wonder, like, well, how does that happen? Where do they come from? Was everyone giants? Like, well, you know, what process gives you giants? You know, that's why they hid this truth, because you're going to immediately ask the question, well, then what happened? You know, you're going to want to know. You're going to have to find a way to understand the story. And so whatever it is, they don't want you to know. Like they talk about, I see Goliath after the flood too, because Goliath, they were after the flood too, according to scripture. But like Goliath, they say Goliath was just like 8 feet tall or whatever. Nah, I'll give my take on it in a second. This video, I keep pausing. I'm sorry. It's only got a couple more minutes.
And here's a T-Rex. It's a land animal, right? So there's ᴄᴏᴜᴛᴇ, which is giant ferns, big 60 to 90 feet tall, not like that today.
Wow.
There's figs and willow. Well, those things don't grow together. They were all, you know, where you get those ecologies mixed is if you have a tornadic wind or a violent rushing mud and water. And that's what you find all over Wyoming.
That's what, you know, that's the funny thing about it is,
Dude,
they're literally,
someone just said there was no flood. Like if you don't realize that there was a flood, I don't even know what to tell you. It's like mainstream atheistic anthropology and archaeology claims there was a flood. Have you never flown over the Grand Canyon? Just fly over the Grand Canyon, or just a lot of the West Coast. Like, oh, there was a flood. Every civilization said there was.
they look at the evidence and they change the story of what it says. And then you see the same thing even with some of the science experiments like Michelson and Morley and the Sagnac experiment, is they put in false assumptions initially, and then if their findings don't fit it, they somehow explain them away. Well, like with the Einstein's theory of relativity, they explain away ether.
Whoa, this guy's this based? Did this dude just say that? Whoa, I don't know anything about this guy. Is he a flat earther?
Some of the science experiments like Michelson and Morley and the Sagnac experiment, is they put in false assumptions initially, and then if their findings don't fit it, they somehow explain them away. Well, like with the Einstein's theory of relativity, they explain away ether. If you know anything about that stuff, when actually Sagnac experiment proves ether exists and actually debunks Einstein's theory of relativity. But because Einstein actually came up with a theory of relativity to explain away the results of the Michelson-Morley experiment, because it didn't fit what they were believing should be the case if we're in a universe where the Earth is spinning around the sun, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yes, he has a flat earther. That's epic. Yo, to all the other flat earthers, maybe you need to listen to this guy. He understands. He gets it. How can you be a flat earther and not understand that part of the historical timeline up? I don't know that I'll ever fully grasp it.
So things didn't fit. So they just have to debunk things that make it so it will fit. And so they're like forcing, science is actually
every ancient civilization said there was a flood. Then every ancient civilization said there was a flood. Then there's this guy in chat.
Forcing everything into a belief. Like they have a belief already and they're forcing all the proof to fit that belief. And the same is the case with the archaeologists and the historians. You can go look up these historical books from the conquistadors. Go read them. It'll say stuff that you'll be like, what? Because it won't ever tell you that in the historical books today. They're not going to tell you any of that stuff. The same with these archaeologists. This guy is an archaeologist that actually does stuff with trying to find giant skeletons. And he's actually been on these digs with these other guys and saw stuff that's not supposed to be there. It doesn't make sense. But they just explain it away or just don't tell you about it. That's what they do. It's pretty funny, but that's how it works.
North Dakota, South Dakota, Colorado, Texas, you name it.
Colorado.
What you find are, in some cases, 10,000 animals of dinosaurs of one species buried, and they had to be buried alive in a giant mud flow. And that thing just goes on forever. There's a dig my friend is.
I'm sure he's Lisa Globe Skeptic. Bob says he's a flat earther. That's pretty cool. Channel God Rules out there. I'll look him up.
Doing up in Lemon, South Dakota. The fossil lake.
I've seen this dude before. Like I don't remember, but like years ago, I saw him in some way, but I didn't realize he was a flat earther, which is hilarious. Yeah.
There is 3 feet thick, and it stretches for I don't know how far. blocks and blocks, maybe miles. I discovered one in Colorado that I call the half-mile site. And there was a layer of rock 3 feet thick that had been roached up on its side. That it was like cement. 1/3 of it was bone, and the rest of it was rocks. I mean, it's cement. And it went on for a half mile till I ran into federal land, and I quit looking because I don't search on federal land.
So that's pretty amazing. So it doesn't fit the idea of what they claim of uniformitarianism. It actually shows, obviously, some sort of mud flow. Something definitely happened that made thousands of them to be all in one spot. And I've heard of a lot of these stories, especially they'll find these underwater caves with like thousands of them all in one cave because they just got all pushed up into it. And yeah, they just were all in the cave, 1,000 of them, and then they just died all at once, and they just all got buried all right there. Well, that makes total sense, right? It makes total sense, don't it? No, it don't. It makes absolutely no sense. But
all right, cool. That's the video. You've had them on Glowbusters before? That's dope. I didn't know that. Cool. All right, this one's just like 3 minutes. And I'm just gonna chop it up with you guys. How dare you talk like that? Shut up. He's a mechanical engineer. Nice.
Wait until you hear the Book of Giants. If you think the Book of Enoch is interesting, wait until you hear the Book of Giants. The Book of Giants was discovered in 1947 in the Dead Sea Scrolls discovery. The manuscript is dated to the 2nd century BC at the earliest, but could be much older. The same narratives as mentioned in the Book of Enoch of the fallen angels, their corruption of mankind, and their destruction through the flood of Noah is mentioned all throughout the Book of Giants. The scroll was found deteriorating, leaving only fragments of text, but the pieces of text we do have hold incredible information. The Book of Giants describes in great detail the fallen angels corrupting the genetics of all flesh that was on the earth. It tells us specifically in one of the fragments, fragment 1Q23 1+6, 200 donkeys, 200 asses, 200 rams of the flock, 200 goats, 200 beasts of the field. From every animal, from every bird, were selected for miscegenation. Miscegenation refers to the mixing of races or species, particularly in the context of sexual intercourse. The next text that follows makes it absolutely clear that this wasn't referring to different species breeding with each other, but actual cross-species genetics involving the seed of the fallen angels themselves. It's important to notice that giants and monsters are referred to in unique, distinct references. We know from Genesis 6:4 that when humans and angels mated together, that the offspring they produced was giant humans, half human, half fallen angel. Fragment 4Q5312. They defiled, they begot giants and monsters. They begot, and behold, all the earth was corrupted. Through this, we can come to the conclusion that these fallen angels were breeding with animals, and their offspring would be half animal and half fallen angel and very large in size. This reality would make sense with all the ancient depictions of monsters and creatures. Maybe those creatures weren't figments of their imagination, but actual half-human, half-fallen angel monsters roaming the earth. These beings maybe could have even held the capacity to think and reason just like the giants could. We know that giants had the capability to hold conversations because of the account of Goliath challenging and enticing the armies of Israel in 1 Samuel 17:8-10. A fragment of the Book of Giants also confirms some of these monsters having the ability to reason and communicate, when some of the giants had dreams of their destruction and shared these dreams with the monsters. Fragment 4Q530, column 2. Thereupon 2 of them had dreams, and the sleep of their eyes fled from them, and they arose and came to, and told their dreams, and said in the assembly of their comrades, the monsters. These monsters didn't hold the same connection to the fallen angels as the giants. The Book of Giants and the Book of Enoch describes the fallen angels' close connection to their children, the giants. Whereas these monsters were their offspring, they weren't cared for as deeply by the fallen angels as the giants were. Here's a verse from the Book of Enoch. And inasmuch as they, the watchers, delight themselves in their children, the giants, the murder of their beloved ones shall they see, and over the destruction of their children shall they lament, and shall make supplication unto eternity. The Book of Giants, fragment 4Q530, fragment 7. The children of angels are the giants, and they would not let their loved ones be neglected. All throughout the Book of Giants, the giant children offspring of the fallen angels and humankind were having ominous dreams of their destruction. One of the giants has a dream of a tablet with many names submerged underwater, and when lifted from the water, only 3 names remained. This dream symbolizes the destruction of all the unpure fallen life forms on the earth through the flood of Noah. The great flood of Noah now makes sense. Noah, his family, and the animals that were brought onto the ark were brought on not because of their righteousness, but because the rest of creation had been corrupted by the fallen angels and their genetic manipulations.
Ravy. Alright.
If you think the Book of Enoch is interesting, wait until you hear the Book of Giants.
Alright, one more for you. How dare you. Check out these pictures. What's up with all these giant people, man? What's up with that? Look at the giant people. Pretty crazy. I saw this on Instagram. Flat Earth stuff. Yeah, so go check them out on Instagram, bro. Oh, my bad. Got to transition cuz. All right, cool. So pretty cool. Electromagnetic, not static. So not sure what we're talking about, but we will. I'll be covering that pretty soon. Yeah, no. I've been tactical because I'm supposed to have this conversation with Bryant. We'll talk to him about it. And then we're going to do some experiments. But anyway. So, long story short, it looks like we were lied to by the Smithsonian Institute. No way. There's no way they would ever lie to us, though. And so they always lie to us. So what's the big deal, right? They just lied to us again. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the lines if you guys want to come talk. But this is my take real fast before I open up the phone lines. It'll be a StreamYard link. You can jump in, and then I'll try and throw it over on OBS. Like I said, bear with me. I'm trying to work with everything, get everything figured out. I've learned a bunch of things that I'll have to fix during this stream. So it's still going to end up being a way better stream, though, once I get everything working. So basically what I think is that there was, in fact, a flood. And I think that the way the flood happened was the firmament opened up and then waters from above fell in. Oh, you're crazy. Okay. You're on my channel. I'm going to tell you what I think happened. You know what I'm saying? I think seems that's fair. Thank you for the super chat. Reggie P56. Trying to change the color so we can actually read it, but I'll have to keep working on it. A great video if you can get past the guy saying globe and preaching. He explains giants, how they existed, firmament, and more. Earth before Noah's flood, if you apply flat Earth. That's what the name of the video is. I don't know how long it is. Thank you for the super chat. I'll check out the video. If it's not too long, then we'll play a little bit of it right now. That's kind of the idea of the conspiracy campfire is we sit back, we watch some videos together, we're like, whoa, and then we call in, everyone can call in. It'll be running smoother in the future, but and then we just like sit around the campfire and talk about, you know, truth or subjects that we've talked about or looked into a while back, but then we learned stuff that we didn't quite know, kind of like the 9/11 show vibe. So cool, yeah. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Is that on YouTube? It's not on YouTube, so I'm not sure what to do about that. But just in case anyone wants to see a good video, Earth before Noah's flood. Oh, GERAJO. Why is everything censored? You know, like better question is, why do people not think it's weird that everything's censored? Like, how does a normie not think it's weird? See, now it is. So this apparently is on YouTube. 36,000 views. You type it in word for word in YouTube and you don't get it. I'll drop the link for the video that the guy suggested in case anyone wants to watch it. It's really crazy when you look into it. The Smithsonian used to go take a bunch of the giant bones and then they claimed that they were dinosaurs. That's what happened. Crazy world that we live in, you know. So, oh yeah, of course, you can also go to witsitgetsit.live. Wow, this is crazy. Things aren't censored. It's like, why are you here? I try not to ban people too much, but you probably should be banned. I don't know. I'll do it. Everyone just chill, but yikes. Things are not censored. You can just type in an exact video and not get it. All you ever get's the hit piece. I just typed the exact video in, the exact words of the video and the guy's channel name, and all kinds of other stuff pops up, except for him. Look, I'll just show it. How about that? I'll show you guys. Things aren't censored. Okay, you see this? Earth before Noah's flood. I don't know how to say his name. ᴏᴏ. Okay? Nothing. That's not what you get. That doesn't pop up. What's up with that? How come that's not what pops up if that's exactly what it is? Anyone explain that to me? How is that not censorship, right? It's not here. Okay, so then I go to DuckDuckGo and I type it in, and then I find it. It's on YouTube. What is that? What a freaking clown world. We can't even talk about giants. I thought that thinking giants existed was crazy. Of course, Genesis 6 does say, you know, there were giants on the earth in those days. And then Enoch was removed and it describes where they came from. So anyway, I think that the water came down out of the firmament. It may have actually changed like elemental composition on the earth. It may have changed a lot of things. And I think that there may have been a lot more oxygen. There may have been because of that very event. Because I don't think that the water outside this place is the same as the water we have here. And so basically that water coming down in here may have shifted something. And there's a lot of evidence to suggest that like the current state of the earth is very limited and small compared to what it used to be. Like there's this guy who was able to grow, he was growing a tomato plant, and he like did something with the sunlight to try to get like pure sunlight, and he was able to get his tomato plant to get so big he had to move it to like the town square, and then like moved into this giant like mall area outside, and it kept getting bigger and bigger, and he got something like 20 to 30,000 tomatoes, and they were cherry tomatoes, but they came out like baseballs. There just seems like there's this whole other world that the earth used to be. And, you know, honestly, this is like, these are some big truths. The people that lie all the time, they shouldn't get to see these truths. It shouldn't resonate with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what it feels like for like truth to resonate with them, for them to start to see like the world for what it is. But they shouldn't get to. They shouldn't get to see it. That's my opinion. That's why it's like that. That they're sunken in depravity. They're degenerates. Of course they can't see. They don't have eyes to see. Because they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to be allowed to see it. So. Anyway. When Benjamin talked about the Milky Way being a scar from the floodgates, that resonated with me. That's some gravy. I've heard something to that effect. I think that's my background on my thing. It's actually my background on my screen. That's a trip to think about, though. All right, cool. So I'm gonna look up some pictures. I'm gonna drop the link for the StreamYard in the Chisy chat. We left the call, yeah, but like let them stay there. You know what I'm saying? Stop smoking blunts. Who are you talking to? I don't smoke. All right. Let me come over here real fast. All right, cool. We're gonna look at some of these pictures and then we'll keep it pushing with the conversation call-ins. Yeah. Smithsonian just came and took all the bones and didn't let you see them, and then just like all the newspaper articles have been scrubbed. And then they told you a story about dinosaurs, which is just completely made up, and there's no way they could ever verify it at all whatsoever. And then you go to museums, and all the dinosaur bones are literally not real bones, and like none of them are actually real bones. They don't find anything in entirety at all. They just make up stories. In fact, the claims they make are animals that wouldn't even be capable of reproduction. But we know that's true, and there's no way there were giants. Just everyone throughout all the world forever thought there were giants and that there used to be giants. But no. The Smithsonian says no. The atheist of today says no, so it can't be. Don't you take away my dinosaurs. Let's check some of these pictures out. Oh, check it out. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie. I think that this is pretty interesting too. You know? I think that a lot of the stuff used to be giant trees. That's what I think. Look at that. I mean, you gotta admit, it looks like a tree, bro. Like Devil's Tower. I mean, they look like trees. It looks like everything was a lot bigger. Like the scriptures say, there used to have to be many men to carry like just a thing of grapes. Look at that, bro. I don't know, but if there were giant trees, Enoch says, I believe it's Enoch, says that they cut the trees down as an act of rebellion. But actually, no. I think that's misinterpreted. It's actually, seems like it's actually saying maybe they were cut down. I don't know. I think it says Enoch says they cut trees down as an act of rebellion. Something like amazing about trees, and like, is there a tree in the middle, or is that actually not the case? Is that representing the magnetic field, you know, like coming up like a tree? Is there a mountain there? Is the mountain the base of a tree? Is there now just a mountain there because that used to be the base of a tree? I don't know. If giants came back, people are so lost and sunken in depravity that they would like worship them. They would worship them. The atheists, all of them, they'd worship them. You know, they'd be so taken back by them. I mean, at the least, that's kind of weird because it looks just like a tree. Like, at the least, it's a look at that coincidence. It's just like a tree, bro. And see, this is the thing. Like, the people that they'll lie and won't even admit it looks like a tree. That's how you know that they're just lying. You know what I'm saying? Verse indoctrination. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Austin, what's your take on the silicon era? You were non-theorized? I don't know anything about that, to be honest. So I would have to look into it. Silicon era. I'm not sure what that is. If you type something about what it is, I'll give my take on it briefly. Giant chainsaws. I've seen like giant things that look like axes. That's a famous one, yeah. Look at that. You know, just look at it. I figured that it would pop up, but it hasn't. Yo, Austin, I live next to Devil's Tower, and it's hard to ignore how similar it looks to the stumps in the petrified forest next to it. Yo, that's a trip. I didn't even notice that there was a petrified forest near it. That's awesome, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Keep it green. Yeah, dude, Devil's Tower is a trip. I wanted to go and try to fly the drone over it, but I just never got around to it. Can you guys even read the alert? Make it bigger and maybe put it like in the corner. All right, I'm putting the alert bigger and in the corner. Maybe you guys can read it. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got here. I mean, this doesn't necessarily prove that there were giants. Someone could have just made a big book, but interesting. And it's like the books say, look what's in the book. I mean, it is kind of crazy. Like someone could have just made a big book, but dude, I remember deep diving into this years ago. Like, there were giants, bro. You know, because a truther knows how to apply pattern recognition, and when there's this huge concerted effort to lie and hide all kinds of information, and then the overarching idea is they tell you that the ancient civilizations were stupid. You know they're lying. You know there's some truth to what they're hiding. That in and of itself is not proof of anything, but you know, apply pattern recognition. And again, just like with the buildings things, I think people go too far with them. This may be a tree. That looks kind of like a tree. People go too far with this stuff. It's actually what makes the idea get thrown out. In my opinion. Tree grew large and strong, and its top touched the sky. It was visible to the ends of the earth. Daniel 4:11. Yeah, I want to do a stream on that and break it really down. That's a trip. And like if there were like just tons of more oxygen, people lived longer, people were bigger, and I think that even the original man was bigger, and I think that there were things that were even the giants that were even bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think they lied to us and basically said things backwards where like, oh, well, the animals kept getting bigger and bigger over time with evolution, and really we're like suffering from atrophy from the fall, and we're getting smaller, and that's why these giants were like revered even, but typically scared. People were scared of them, right? That does kind of look like a cut down tree. I mean, it doesn't mean that it is, but very interesting. I'll do a stream on this at one point. Look at that, bro. You're gonna tell me that doesn't look like a tree? Like, do you have an opinion on how old the Earth may be? I'm undecided. I think like 7,000 years. Under 10,000 years. These are kind of crazy, man. Have you not watched What on Earth Happened? I don't know. And then there are like all the Native Americans would tell stories about the giant people that came. Like actually the tribes like in America, like they tell the story that the giants came and taught them things like they taught them, and they normally had red hair, pale skin and red hair, and they taught them things like the rain dance. So the reason, like I know people firsthand who was told this via their ancestry, that the reason they do the rain dance is because the giant red-haired people came and showed them if they stomp around by a fire, it would make rain. I guess it's because in actuality what would happen was that if the giants would stomp around the fire, ashes would go up into the air and like disturb the clouds effectively, and it would make it rain. I mean, I don't know, kind of crazy. Gotta admit, it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, I guess a lot of it too is like the megalithic structures that were built. Sorry, I keep forgetting to drop the link. But actually, what I do want to do, you guys can suck it up and stick around or not. But I'm gonna play that that video I made, the intro video, one more time. We talk giants. How tall we talking? Like 1,000 feet? I don't really know. I don't know how tall they were. I'm just talking like, yeah, not just like 7, 8 feet tall. Like they were giants, and they hid them. Like, why hide the bones? Why like scrub all the internet information? Why like try to hide the ancient newspapers? Why did Abraham Lincoln say there were giants? How come every ancient text claims there were giants? How come they told us that the ancient civilizations were primitive and stupid and they did things that we still can't do? And they thought there were giants. Yeah, but I don't make specific claims as to how tall. Like, I know Enoch allegedly says how tall they are, but then it's like debated as to what the actual equivalent unit is, or the way that they say, they describe it. Sam, stop spamming. Who's Sam? The sun rotates around Earth. Why doesn't it get smaller when setting? Yeah, Sam, don't spam like really stupid questions. Like, flat Earth might not be for you, man. For one, no one claims that the sun is for sure a physical, actual location, or if they do, they could definitely be wrong. Looks like it could be magnetic holography. Either way, the sun actually does change size throughout the year and throughout the day. Provably, the sun changes size throughout the day. You can go to Stellarium within the globe Earth model, and it literally, the recorded data shows that the sun changes angular size throughout the day. And at one point, you can see on Stellarium that the sun gets, so it's a certain size, then it gets smaller, and then it gets bigger again, which is impossible and debunks the globe. And then what globe zealots say is, oh, well, not enough. So first they say, oh, why doesn't the sun change in angular size? It would have to change in angular size if the Earth was flat. And then you're like, it does change in angular size. And they say, no, you have to use solar filters. We did use solar filters, and the literal measurements are that it changes in size, even according to Stellarium. Oh, well, it doesn't change enough, though. You just constantly shift the goalposts, you know? It's like, how did you know how much is enough? Wouldn't you need to know the size and distance to the sun to do that? Oh, we can triangulate. Oh, so you can strawman a flat Earth and triangulate, but you can't triangulate on the globe Earth because you would get something far different than 93 million miles. Well, it would change size, I promise. How do you know? How much would it change size? This much if it's 3,000 miles. Who said that? No one did. It's all really bad and really dumb. I know their side every step of the way better than they do. Like, it's just wild. If you think that the sun couldn't be over a flat Earth without drastically changing size in the sky, you don't know what you're talking about. And it actually does change size. When you put the lens on, it cuts through most of the atmos, which gives you a magnification effect, provably, and you can replicate it. That water in the air would give you a magnification effect. And yeah, I'm kind of digressing on this, but I'm just going to explain it. And so anyway, it's a point source. It looks like it's like a point source, like a very coherent light. You wouldn't really see it change much. It's not expected to change much. We also don't know the medium that it's in. So we don't know how far away it is, what medium it's in, and it looks like it's a point source where it wouldn't get any smaller beyond a certain point effectively. Now you know. Thank you for becoming a new member. Reverse indoctrination. Much love. I don't know why that's blocked. Let's move it up. Oh, it's not even, it's, wow. Like, as you guys can see, I have to get a bunch of this stuff worked out. We'll get the stream looking dope at one point. So, yeah, let's just go ahead, do the little conspiracy campfire vibe, and you guys can jump on StreamYard, and hopefully I can get everything to work for StreamYard on YouTube. Everyone give them a round of applause. Reverse indoctrination, thank you for becoming a member. Hey, thank you very much. Is the goal like updating? Hopefully it's working. When you guys become members, it updates. And I don't know if the donation thing is updating. You can go to witsit.live to donate. All right, so let me get this. So yeah, $ Witsit gets it on Cash App. PayPal.me/InAWorld, or you can go to witsitgetsit.live. I don't know how long they're going to process those tips, though. It's supposed to be through PayPal and be super fast, and it's been pending since I first did it, but oh well. Witsit is the shiz. Thank you, man. Have a look at Ryan Wyatt's stuff. He found horses' hooves at the Red Sea crossing. That's pretty interesting. It's cool. He just really wanted this question answered. I answered it. There's no such thing as empty space. That's dumb. And actually, the heliocentric model claims it's not empty and that there's dark matter and dark energy there. It's like, what I found out is they don't deserve to know the truth about the Earth, bro. Think about it. Some of these people don't deserve it. Like you're actually messing with, might be messing with like the natural balance of things if you really try to make them learn it. They're not supposed to be able to know. They don't deserve it. They're not supposed to know. At the least, they're not supposed to know yet. But I think. No, I debate some of these people, but it's just a strength in my argument. I don't ever think I'm going to convince one of them. Someone said earlier that they hope I cover the debate. He had the blood tested. I saw that. All right, so I'm dropping the StreamYard link. Actually, I'm not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this video. It's 5 minutes. I'm gonna go use the bathroom and refill my drink. You're gonna keep giving MC. I don't know who that is. I just don't like to say their names. They just love when we say their names and stuff. All right, so we're gonna watch the video. It's pretty funny. I see there's some more people in here. I think the video is pretty hilarious. So yeah, it's 5 minutes of astronauts dancing, basically, but pretty funny. And I'll be right back in just a few minutes. So let's go over here. And play. Space is fake. Yeah, they fake it with green screens and you believe it like children. It's just cartoons. Space is fake. Outer space is fake. No one went there. Dumb. It's actually real NASA footage. And you'll never guess who the first person to call in was. Dropping the link again because I accidentally deleted it. That was the wrong one. And I'm obviously not letting you in here, so. All right, cool. Sorry, I'm into transition. All right. Let's have some truthers call in if you want to talk about some giants, though. In a world where no one knows what the world is. Do I win a prize for knowing who it was? So yeah, like I said, I didn't have a ton of time. Well, I'm gonna start dropping edited videos and like clips. I'm gonna start. I'm crashing. All right, Mr. Anderson, thanks for kicking it, brother. I'm gonna start dropping like little clips of my debates and stuff like that. And yeah. How about Titans? Yes. Shout out to Stellium. How are you not a mod, bro? You are now modded, Sir Stellium7. Legend. Yeah, I think there definitely were Titans. That's what I think. Someone asked that the Greek, what were the Greek gods? I think the Greek gods, yeah, it's a alluding to the Watchers and their offspring, the Giants. You would be welcome in any globe channel. Yeah, because they literally need flat earthers. We literally don't need you. You're just a vibe kill. You just kill the vibe. If I wanted to know what you thought, I could just type it in Google. Why would you know? All right. Hopefully, can you hear me, bro? Through StreamYard. Vader Bear, can you hear me through StreamYard? Might not can hear me, and then I don't know how to make it work if he can't hear me. Vader Bear, can you say something? Can you say something? Vader Bear, what is up? Who should be calling in? Whoever wants to talk about Giants.
I cannot hear you through StreamYard.
Oh, you can't hear me? Okay, I don't know how to fix it. Here, let me try to fix it just a second.
Testing.
Yeah, just a second. I'll have to try to figure it out.
No, you can't hear me, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't hear. Just a sec.
What's up?
Yeah, because I don't know how to. It's saying that like my mic is being used, you know? So I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I guess we're gonna do Discord. We're gonna have to do Discord. Are you added to StreamYard? Yeah, I added him to StreamYard. But like, so when I do StreamYard, it's saying that it can't pick up my mic because that's already in use by OBS. So I don't know how to get my audio to go through StreamYard. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know how to fix that. Settings. So like it just won't work. I have no idea. I can hear him. He can't hear me. Then there would obviously be a delay. Don't let Brando in. Who's that? Obviously. We hear you both. You guys are going to be able to hear us both. That's right. But he can't hear me. So how am I going to talk to him? You need virtual audio cable? All right. I'm just going to have to do Discord. Now it's really going to limit who can come on here, but what can you do? I hear all y'all. Yeah. I know that you can hear it, but he can't hear me. Ballback. What's that? Abak. Oh, like a building? It's just a building. I don't really know what that's gonna do, but all right. So I'm gonna go to my Discord. So anyone that maybe has my Discord, then you can. Testing. All right, yeah. Go to audio settings. Audio settings on what? Like on StreamYard, because it doesn't work. It just shows this mic and it's saying it can't. Like it's picking it up in StreamYard, but the audio is not coming through. So under mic, you need to change it to your audio interface. I did. What up, Vader bro? All right, let me add you to the stream. Yeah, like that's what it's on. It's on audio interface. Oh, okay, just a second. I'm about to add to the stream. All right, guys. You know, it's just some technical difficulties. You know, I'm just the OBS boomer. No big deal. Your only option under mic is the mic. Settings, audio, mic. Well, no, I mean it says communication, stream mix, voice chat, line in, microphone, stream mix. What is stream mix? Is that what I should pick? Stream mix. Hey, Vader, can you go back in there also and see if it works? Gotcha, we'll work on it later. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. But eventually we'll have the show going all smooth and it'll be dope. Where's the Discord link, brother? Oh yeah, touche. I'll drop the Discord link and he's about to jump back in Discord. I mean, in StreamYard. We're going to see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What up, bro? Just a sec, I'm live right now. I'm talking to the guy in Discord. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. All right, so copy. All right, can you hear me now? Vader Bear, can you hear me now? All right, you give us just a few seconds. We're gonna try everything in here. Voice chat. Vader Bear, can you hear me now? This is crazy, bro. Which this is so stupid. Why would this not just automatically work? Can you hear me now, Vader Bear? In a world. Although you guys dropped the ball and didn't call it anyway. In a world. Hey, better than veteran. Don't want to let him in. Ain't got a choice but to let him in. Food is your medicine. Y'all sleep sedatives. Don't teach you Tesla. They teaching you Edison. What is a president? We not electing it. Mean they selected it. Shut down the world and they claim we infected with something they never could find while they testing it. Hey. Well then what are they testing then? Alright, Vader Bear. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna drop the Discord link. You can come in here and chat. It's gonna be cooler with everyone on camera and stuff, but what can you do? Virtual audio cables, Bob's right. Bob's usually right about technical stuff. Alright, bro. We're gonna have to do Discord. I'm about to add you. Add everyone in Discord. Alright, let's come over here. You guys bear with me, you know what I'm saying. I mean, OBS is cool and all because it's like, you can do so much more with it. But it's like a whole new world to learn. All right. I don't know if that actually worked. All right, you guys talk and see if they can hear you. In a world. Yo, your mic is definitely working. All right. We're going to wait for the feedback in the chat. I just prefer everyone to be talking on the camera, you know. What can you do? Can you guys tell me, can you hear them on Discord? Grab my sounds from my... it's supposed to pick up all desktop audio through the audio mixer. There, oh, sorry, I'm talking to you, but... so it's supposed to pick up all of the audio through the audio mixer. So, like, it's through my desktop audio mixer. So everything that plays through is supposed to come through the... in a world where let's stream go to the way of the boomer. Yeah, I mean, we might just have to, like, not really have a call in. I mean, because I'm not just going to sit here. I don't know how to make it work. Are you using the virtual webcam through OBS? No, I think I'm using the actual face cam. Why should I be using the virtual cam? Yikes. But I already knew that the first stream was going to be, something was going to miss. Someone said, "Do you regret going, you regret your travels trying to wake up the stupid sheep?" No. If you've added your microphone as a resource in any of the scenes, it will conflict with the primary microphone setting. Oh, yeah. I don't... Oh. Okay, how are you going to do that? Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the PayPal for being a mad lad. One of these days, we'll get it set up. All right. You guys just calm down over there. David, thank you for the donation on PayPal. Being a mad lad. Glovers don't know what the word verifiable means. They barely know how to what words mean in general. We could, I guess, like look at that bait, but I don't really want to. I don't see anything. Okay, yeah, I see. Wait, good audio where? All right, well, so the problem is, so my quote unquote headset is like, problem is my headset is like, everything's just run through the audio interface, right? It's an audio mixer. So, yeah. It's already on that. That's what I'm not understanding. It's not an option. So I'm trying to tell you guys. It's just the audio mixers. So it's got my monitors, and then it's got music, game, chat, system, all the audio mixer. Make sure you guys, if you guys ever hear them, through Discord, let me know. Did he delete the conversation I had with Flatsoid? I don't know. I don't think so. Someone says that they watched it 20 minutes ago. I don't know. So I changed something. Yeah, see, this is just not going to be ideal for me to try to do all this on here. It's going to be really boring of a stream. And all the beautiful spirits in this place trying to help one another. That's what it's all. Yeah, so we might just have to call it quits on the talk thing. I'm sorry. All right, cool. I'm gonna let you guys go so I don't just like have them sitting here in silence. But peace out. All right, my bad, everyone. Go to a payphone. All right, so I'll just chop it up with you guys, I guess. So yeah, this was kind of obviously a laid back like test stream of sorts anyway, like trying to figure out all of OBS. But so what we're going to be doing is releasing the debate show all throughout this week. I'll be showing you guys the new shows. Needs 2 mics, I think. I actually technically have another mic that I used to use, but it only has 1 input in this. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I could also just do like a call-in number thing, or like that tiny link URL thing. There's another thing I could do as well. I could set up an OBS room. So it just, I don't know that it's all worth it right now. Although that sucks because that's the whole idea of like of the show, which I'm not even sure I'm going to keep that show, by the way. It's just like, I think it's a cool vibe if like once a week, everyone just comes on and talks and like hangs out. And then StreamYard's so easy for this, you know? Oh, Jaren, it's gone now. They deleted the video? No way. No way, bro. It's gonna be so telling if they deleted the video. Yeah, I'm live streaming right now. I was trying to figure this out, but I'm talking to the chat. It's not. You're good. You're good. I'll just back up. Dude, did they really delete the stream I did with them? Dude, if he deleted the stream I did with him, bro, it's definitely not on there. Wow. Wow. I guess too much truth got out there, huh? I got to talk and explain what really goes on. So they had to they jumped on him and made him take it down or something. You know how crazy that is? I mean, yeah, if you don't know, Flatzoid is this guy that used to be on FED a lot, and then he wanted to have a conversation. I jumped on there and talked to him about, like, with science, laid it out, and all of a sudden everyone's like, dang, Jaron wasn't so wrong, was he? And they took it down, apparently. I mean, unless he said he had power problems, maybe it didn't process, but it processes automatically, so that's not it. So he had to take it down, right? Like, what is that, bro? OBS is the easiest way for me? What do you mean? How is that not an admission? Exactly. Exactly. It's exactly what it is. If they go take it down, then... No, there's no censorship, right? No. These people took it down themselves because I exposed what's been going on with all the nonsense. And I exposed that Jaron was right. And they can't debate me on that subject either. And... You know, I kept it super cool, though, but that's just crazy. I should have downloaded it. If he deleted it, it just happened like within the last half hour. I just watched it, literally. Well, it's not on here. You know what I do have? I do have it in my history, though, so I'll know for sure if he deleted it. Pretty crazy, man. It's right here. So it's just not popping up on his channel, but I have it. I'm downloading it. I'll drop the link. So I had it in my history. All right, cool. Who are we talking about? Just clarify it for those of us who are out of the loop. There's this dude named Flatzoid, and he wanted me to come talk on his show. He used to be on FED a lot, and it was about like the idea of science proving things or whatever. And I broke it down, you know, because that's what this whole ordeal with Jaron's been going on, which is just a bunch of gamma males looking for attention and trying to get clicks off people's names. And then once people start ignoring them, they try to move on to the next person they think they can get clicks off of. I mean, that's really all it is. But yeah, so like the whole idea, does science prove things? Well, science can, quote unquote, prove a cause of an effect relative to everything we know at the time. There could always be variables you don't know. And Jaron actually gave a great example, so I just rocked with that same example. Because people love to say science definitively proves things, and does it though? Right? So Jaron gave an example about, back in the day, they were like, you know what? This visible sunlight burns my skin. Let's do science and test it out. My hypothesis, the visible sunlight that we see burns my skin. And then they're like, okay, well, we'll go sit in the sun. Okay, I got burnt. Okay, we'll stay out of the sun. We don't get burned anymore. Okay, we use science and we proved our hypothesis that the visible sunlight that we see burns our skin. What we found out since then is actually not the visible sunlight at all that burns your skin. It's the invisible spectrum of the UV rays that burn your skin. You'd be like, oh, well, if you had just said the sun burns my skin, you would have still been right. Or when I go into this visible sunlight, it burns my skin. Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is if they thought all that existed was the visible sunlight. So like, you know, that visible sunlight that I see burns my skin. That's not what happens, though. It's actually the UV rays that burn your skin. And so they would have thought they proved it with science, and they would have been wrong, which is a perfect example just to elucidate the idea that sometimes you don't know everything. You don't know all the variables, and so you can prove something relative to what you know at the time. Your limited understanding of all the variables present at the time. Science is very valuable because you can definitely show things are not true, and you can validate or even verify things, you know. And if you want to use the word prove, I don't care. I use the word prove. But it's like, you know, yeah, if you want it to be technical, like you prove it relative to what you know at the time. It's like just objective, right? And then that I'd explained to them that science is not quantitative, it's qualitative. So Jaron was right whenever he said that, you know, water, when you claim that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at 14.7 psi, you're objectively wrong. It doesn't always do that. Science is qualitative, not quantitative anyway. So the best thing that you could say is, you know, heat is a cause of boiling water. But when you claim that it boils at exactly this temperature, at exactly this pressure, you're wrong, because it doesn't. Because if you have a different container, then it doesn't do that. And then like, oh well, we're not naming all the control variables or anything like that. We're just talking about the manipulation of an independent variable and blah blah blah. No, you're making a quantitative claim about 14.7 psi and 100 degrees Celsius, and 14.7 psi is a control variable. So you named one of the control variables. You would actually have to list all of them though, or Jaron was right, which he was right. So I mean, that's what's so funny. Jaron was not wrong. They're like, I'm the science guy. Jaron's not the science guy. He can't tell me. He was right. You're wrong. Sorry about it. So that's kind of what the conversation was about. Yeah. And everyone was like bashing him and stuff. It's like, sorry, he's right. You ran around for 7 years saying science proves that water boils at 100 degrees Celsius at 14.7 psi, and that's not true. It's actually not what happens. As with different water, different thermometers, different containers, or like a microwave it gets hotter than 100 degrees before it boils. So the type of heat, all these variables have to be adjusted. So if I use iron with this specific type of thermometer at sea level and with distilled water, then it boils at 100 degrees. And we have to see, does it actually always do that anyway? Is it sometimes 99? As the thermometers change what you read? Well, what is boiling? Jaron was making all good points, and it's just funny because some people can never say that they're wrong. So in summary, that's what it was. And I kind of just exposed that I challenged them both to a debate, that they've been lying for a month about everything I said, because they can't debate me. They could never debate me. They'll never debate me with a fair moderator. And this is the most that I will say about any of it. And the reason is because it came up with a stream. They don't deserve any attention, time, or energy. What about giants, though? Am I right? Water doesn't boil under pressure. Water will boil in a vacuum, right? Yeah, Q even did a whole video on it, Jaron, too. Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying, that they should just be ignored. Like the losers that they are, frankly. I don't even want to go to that vibe. Thank you for the super chat, Mark. The official narrative falls apart when you start adding up all the Gothic buildings and star forts in the 1800s. Too many, too ornate, and too quick. That's very interesting. I agree the star forts are wild. Yeah, so you mean like the official story, not necessarily pertinent to giants, but yeah, like the official story in general. Seemingly, yeah, of course. Like it looks like they use those places with certain geometric like expressions within their architecture for probably maybe healing purposes or energy purposes, right? Like it's crazy when you use cymatic patterns, you see a bunch of these ancient buildings or just like buildings from not that long ago, according to the official story, like 100, 200, 300 years ago. So yeah, and star forts are really crazy. It looks like a bunch of them like face towards the north and like they're all going around the north. It's pretty crazy. So I agree. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I don't know why it's popping all the way up there. That transition might be a bit much, huh? All right. Well, like I said, I know the stream's kind of sloppy, but it is what it is. We'll get there. Dude, I'm so confused. So giants didn't build the buildings? I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. Like some of these buildings aren't even that big, but they may have. I don't know. If there were giants, I didn't get any of their traits. You get me? We don't really know much about them. Blue smoke, yeah. Is this OBS I'm seeing? Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to get OBS to look all right. We're working on it. Bear with me. I'm an OBS boomer though. And also OBS kind of like triggers me in ways like sometimes it's like all of a sudden my thing's not showing. I'm sure it's just me pretty consistently doing something wrong, but anyway. So I guess if anybody wants to see what it is that we're actually talking about, then I'll show it to you right here. So Science hypothesis. Science prove it. Yeah, that's it. Platzoid. Alright, cuz. Free promo, man. That's what I'm saying. You know, all these people are just getting free promo. Coming together. Thank you, man. It'll get there. It'll get there. I've just been kind of busy trying to figure a bunch of different stuff out, so it is what it is. I think that this is okay, right? Like the animated backgrounds, all right, but 11-pointed star. What are you talking about? Imagine the confidence David had from his faith to fight a giant. Yeah, but this is another thing. Almost everything in the Bible has been lied about, dude. Everything. So, for one, how would he pick up the sword of Goliath if he was some small dude? How'd he pick his sword up and then like wear his armor? How would he do that? How would he pick his sword up if he was just some small dude? I can prove that we do live in a simulation. Highly doubt it, my guy. Stream's legit. Thank you, man. 4:20 p.m. It must be late where you are. Yeah, it is late. Like 2:30. I couldn't get the stream even started before then. Before like midnight. Like a go board behind you? I don't know what that is. I would like to know how the pyramids were made giants. Maybe so. I mean, I think you could use like a whole bunch of stuff though. You could use acoustic levitation, magnetic levitation to move any type of rocks. But there just looks like there's a lot of evidence for giants, right? So looking good, Austin. Not too shabby, and I like transitions as well. Thank you, man. I had some other transitions that I got via the overlays, and I ended up like trying to get overlays through that company, like owned or something like that. And now everything I have on here, I just built myself. Because the transitions, I couldn't get the audio to go away and blah, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of stuff. I guess I can tell that I'll get used to it and it'll be real smooth and I'll be good at it. But it'll take a little bit of time for sure. You know? What state are you in? South Carolina. New Lord of the Rings show has a giant fall from the sky. Interesting. You say they lie in the news, tell truth in the movies. Obviously, everything that's in fantasy and fiction can't just be true, though, right? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure there were giants. I mean, that's what all the evidence seems to suggest. For cool stream. Thank you for the $10 on Cash App, Jonathan. Much love, brother. Sure. So I don't see that the donation thing updated. So I guess it didn't work. I don't know why. I'll have to figure that out. And then I think the member thing is updating. I don't know. Do you guys like the bars? Are they like the little status bars, or is that lame? Tennessee too. That's where I used to live. How powerful can manifestation be? I think very, very powerful. Man, I really want to talk about this book. I don't know how I could get you on here. Look, I'll do one more thing. I sent it to Jaren, actually. So I think I can send you something, Vader Bear. You can jump on and talk about it for a sec. There is another way to do it. I don't know. Do you have Skype? Because I bet Skype would make this so easy. Vader Bear, do you have Skype? YouTube can take 4 hours to update stuff. Oh, I don't know what that means. Like, if you do a stream, it immediately posts. If you stream, it immediately posts onto YouTube. So I don't know how that works. Takes time to learn all the settings to use OBS properly, but I think you're getting it down. Status bars are okay. Not the 3.33%. Yeah, that's funny, but whatever. Do you have Skype, my brother? If not, why not? You do have Skype? Okay. Well, Add me on Skype, bro. Oh yeah, to actually see what Jane was saying. So I keep on. I know I should have already done this, but so I need to do the. We're gonna do the stream where we all hang out for all the people that donated. I mean, I can go ahead and thank the people right now, though. Actually, but for all the people that helped me get my PC, which is like was super generous and obviously a game changer. Just add me on Skype, my brother. Oh, I'll find it. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna read off some of the people that donated because I should have already thanked you guys, and then we will we'll do a stream for the people that donated that certain amount or whatever. So I hope. I mean, I saw some people like did anonymous, so like, are they not wanting me to read their names? But am I supposed to read their full names? That's one thing I'm not sure about. It's like, if you donated under anonymous, do you want me to read your name? And like, do I say your full name? You think I'm about to type my email Skype in here, man? Just kidding. I probably can just do that. Whatever. What's gonna hurt? I don't actually know though. All right. This is the email for Skype. You should be able to get on video. All right, I think we'll have it figured out, young Padawans. And we'll be able to chat a little bit. Just creating my channel. I'm going to drop my first video in a day or two. Subscribe if you want to see it. I will talk about some of those things. Oh, you were talking to someone else? What's up, bro? Is this where you can't hear me again? I'm getting so triggered, bro. Nearly 50 will ever be. Oh, I think I have an idea. Oh, I can hear you, but you can't hear me. That's weird. I'm gonna say I have an idea, actually. Oh, I can hear you now. Well, I haven't added you yet. All right, so I'm about to set up the thing. All right, we got Vader Berry. He's just got some gravy. All right, let me turn this up a little more. You can jump on camera too. You know that, right? You don't have to though. Wow. Oh well. No audio. Yeah, I haven't added them yet. Of course, there's no audio. About to transition you. All right, you guys tell me in the chat if you can hear Vader Bear. Yeah, he's testing audio. What's up, Austin? Long time no chat, big dog. What's up? What's up? Not sure exactly who that username is, but how's it going? You believe people think that there weren't giants? Okay, cool. Oh, wait. All right, they're saying that they can't hear you. All right, but we can still figure this out. It's all good. I don't understand. This is just, it's triggering me at this point. But it's not even doing that. Wait, what is it again? StreamYard. It's like it doesn't even show it as like an audio source. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why it's triggering me, because it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? Okay. We'll get there eventually, you know. It'll be all right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. Discord's not even what I have titled as Discord's not even on here. They should just play it through whatever window I share, right? Like, am I tripping? Like, that's one thing about the audio interface. Is like it actually makes things more complicated in lots of ways. Like, I don't even know, man. Because what's crazy is it's. I think that OBS is messing up, and the odds are that I'm the one that's messing up. He just talked. Yeah, he has been talking, but I just now re-added it, and he's not even on the screen. You're not even on the screen anymore. So I don't even understand how that would happen. Window capture. Okay, here we go. See if they actually hear you this time. You would think Skype would be super simple, right? I mean, this is basically just like a test stream. All right, see if they can hear you. Phil B says, how long were these giants alive, and why are there none alive now? First of all, how will we know there are none alive now? Some people in the army claim that they are alive now. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looks like a bunch of them maybe died. Maybe they're hiding. Maybe there's land beyond the 60th south latitude where they're at. And we're really just talking about how there's tons of evidence that every ancient civilization said that there were giants. And then the Smithsonian came and hid all the evidence. And then there's all kinds of newspaper articles and prominent historians that claim that there were giants. And they're like scrubbed from the internet and hard to find, which is weird because if it's stupid, why would you do that? And the Smithsonian came and took the bones and claimed that they were dinosaur bones, which is a super sketchy story that you probably believe in, but it's not real. And even Abraham Lincoln has quotes about giants, and the scriptures talk about the giants, and the Enoch talks about the giants, and all the ancient civilizations that were clearly more advanced than we were told talks about the giants. So that's pretty much a summary for you. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they can't hear you. Can you guys hear Vader Bear? I did not. Oh, it's not. Oh, I don't know what you mean by audio source. But tell him to unmute. He is unmute. I'm sitting here talking to him. There's animals above the firmament 1,000 miles in length. It's pretty crazy. You did just say it was a simulation, though, so. Window capture is what I was using. Media source, nah. Browser's no good. Yeah. Default. I don't have my headphones on there, though. Okay. Yeah, I think I tried this earlier, though. So they can still hear me. And I should know when you're talking too, because the desktop audio should be coming up and it's not. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It says default, and I have like the newest version, so no. Yeah. Hmm. Default. He said that I can hear him faintly. That's not true. Problem is that the audio mixer has like 1, 2, 3, 4 different things, right? So how long ago? I'm not trying to dispute what you're asserting. I just don't know anything about these giants. That's why I'm listening in. For thousands of years. Like I said, there's just tons of evidence about it. Even Abraham Lincoln said something about it, so it seems weird we weren't told about them, huh? Anyone see my comments? Yeah. Yeah, I can try that. Chat, we'll transition. And I have a feeling that you're still not. I almost want to delete this stream though. I don't know if I will delete it, but it's just like such a trash stream. Yeah. Ugh. Hey, what's it? The video you were looking for the other day is called "They Live." Glasses. My mind unveiled. Okay, cool. I didn't know about the video, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I guess I'll have to test it. I'll have to test it off the stream because I can always just record it, right? So it is what it is. So I may do another giant stream or something later whenever I don't have all this issues and we can all talk about it. What can you do, man? Click the speakers. And that's the problem too, is everyone that tries to tell me how to use OBS, they have the older version. So like, I don't know anything about it. So like, they're like, go to the cogwheel. It's like, there isn't a cogwheel below the audio mixer anymore. Like, well, there's one below all of them, but there's not individual ones. If anybody wants to watch this stream or they think someone else might want to, you better give it to them. I'm gonna end up deleting this thing. Speakers. Okay, look. Oh, we'll see that. All right, say something. No. That's what I'm saying. I have an audio mixer, so everything goes through that. Like, there is nothing that's gonna come out of anywhere else. I don't know. That's weird though, because like when I played all these other videos, like the audio was working, right? So. Yeah, it just automatically plays whatever whatever the video plays through the desktop. Hey, Tech, thank you for becoming a member. Everybody give them a round of applause. Yeah, thank you for becoming a member. Yay. Yeah, it's so well, man. So I'm just gonna, I'll just wrap it up and then we'll figure it out. I'll have to figure it out off the air. Thanks for trying anyway. I'll do a more gravy filled stream later anyway for the Giants. Later. All right. Did that guys make you feel awkward that I'm sitting here just talking to someone else the whole time? There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that. Exactly. Also after that. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna end up deleting this stream. Because I just think I don't want it on here. I don't want like this whole like technical issue Austin's boomer OBS stream on here. So it's cool. It's like cool. I got to learn a bunch of things about the OBS, and so I'll get it all worked out. I'll just like keep working on it and get it all ironed out. So there you go. The moral of the story is what's it a real one. Thank you, brother. So cool. Yeah, we did the debate Saturday night. If you haven't seen a modern day debate, you can go to ⴶⴇlive and it should be updated on my playlist. Delete the stream, but come back again. I want to hear about Giants. Yeah, I'm gonna do another stream on Giants. I'm gonna put a whole presentation together anyway, because I kind of had to rush this. So seems odd they have them lined up like a constellation. What time on East Coast, please? What time is the stream gonna be? I don't know. I'm gonna start doing channel streams not nearly this late, by the way. Your channel, do whatever you want. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna end up deleting this video and then it's just what it is. A sketchy Plainson. I'm asking, please. What are you talking about? What's the good reason for people seeing meteors or shooting stars? Oh. Yeah, so they just look at electrical discharges, and they come from the same 6 radiant sources in the sky. So it's like there's a electrical system on the Earth, and then there's consistent cyclical discharges. It looks like electrical discharges. The fact that they all come from the same 6 places in the sky every single time in a cycle debunks that they're like something in a vacuum of space with a ball flying through space or anything like that. Just like the Earth is at the bottom, sky moves over top of it. It's this very intricate, like, battery electrical system that is cyclical, and actually there's a vortex of electromagnetic energy that moves over that. If you can look at like electrical discharges, just look them up. Or like if you've ever seen like sparks off of welding, it kind of looks like that to me in a way. It looks like the system would build up so much excess charge that it discharges the excess in a process of seeking equilibrium, and that it is cyclical. You don't ever see like gigantic rocks fall out of the sky or anything like that. That's not real. Yeah, so there you go. That's my answer. Well, you know, it definitely isn't what they said it is. I mean, I think that the sky could be something really crazy. I think it could be, there could be some type of sentience to some of the stuff we see in the sky, in my opinion. But what do I know? Enoch seems to suggest that. All right, so we got some real ones here. We still got like almost 200 people, even with all the technical difficulties. You guys are legends. I like the late show. Seems like Flat Earth shuts down after 9 p.m. most nights. Karen comes on late sometimes though. Yeah. Don't delete it. All content. Well, I just don't know that I want to have like this like shoddy of a stream on my channel. At this point, you know, I think that, I don't know. And what sucks is yeah, we were elevating the I mean, it's all good. I have to set up a bunch of different scenes for the different types of shows anyway. It's actually quite a bit of work, and you guys would be surprised how long it took me to edit that video. Just for like a little funny intro. It took me many hours to make that video. Thanks for the love you and your passion. Thank you. I gotta start making like good, consistent content because I gotta find a way to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get the ball rolling. Like, should have already happened. There's don't delete as part of the process. All right, well, you chill out. All right, cool. It's tons of work. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's whatever. StreamYard's so easy too, but it just like doesn't let you resize windows. It doesn't let you pick the format where you put the windows, and like has so many limitations that it's like not worth it. But at the same time, StreamYard is so easy to run a stream. It's so easy. As you guys probably could tell, I can just breeze through. If I keep it unlisted, I mean, how are people even going to know about it? Leave these teachings of yours about spinning comet Earth. I don't know. I guess you're talking to someone else. All right, cool. Thank you guys for kicking it. Oh, I think we got a few members, so shout out to the legends that became members. As you can see at the beginning of the streams, the patrons will be listed. We're gonna finish having that updated. I can't do the read off. I'll be thanking all the people that helped me with the PC probably in the next stream. So everyone, it was like, if you donated over that certain amount, then you have your name be shouted out on stream. So I'm gonna shout them out on the next stream. And yeah, I will be emailing everybody about the little private stream that we'll be doing for the people that donated the little extra amount. And if you did donate, please check your emails and respond to me. And let me know, like, if you don't want me to say your name or say your full name or something like that on the stream, you need, like, just let me know. Please respond to the emails if you help me with the PC. And just keep an eye out for me giving you a date to have the private stream. unlisted and clip it. Yeah, maybe. And I'll leave it up for a day or something. I don't really care. I just like, I think it's bad. I don't want people to come here and like see. I was kind of at least dropping some like content again finally, you know, and I don't want it to be like messed up. I will donate on payday, brother. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Y'all jumping on the server later? Nah. Afterwards, nah. It's almost 3. I'm done. Yeah, sure, Jonathan. I guess you can do that. That's fine with me. Where's your PO box listed at? I haven't got it done yet. So, yikes. I should have done that today. I'll try to get the PO box tomorrow. Good seeing you, bro. You too, man. All right. All right, let's wrap up the stream. Like I said, this is kind of like the first thing. It's got some hiccups. It is what it is. But it's gonna be cool. As you can see, like I have a bunch more freedom now, so I can make the stream cooler, I think, long term. In a world. All right, cool. So I'm gonna catch up with you guys on the flip side. Like a coin toss. We're gonna try this last little has some in my throat. We're gonna try the last scene out and see what happens. Try to put something together where everyone that donated throughout the stream maybe became a member. I'm not sure. Also, we're supposed to pull up on the credits of the last scene, but I don't know if it's actually gonna work or not. So, let me go ahead and see if it works. Okay, it should work. Yeah, looks like it's gonna work. All right, cool. So we will be releasing the different shows here soon. We have a lot of good content coming, so it should be cool. We just have to get everything smooth. I don't want to default back to StreamYard, you know, while I'm working on this. Like, I put way too much time into just trying to figure this stuff out, so. Let me just come over here and get one thing. It's a lot different, though. There's a lot more to it. Like, StreamYard, you're just like anybody can walk up to a computer and stream, you know? I'll get the hang of it though. All right, cool. So I think that the final thing should work, and it should be like it'll thank all the people that donated by name. I think, hopefully so. Anyone that didn't get like shout out, like if you donate to Cash App $ Witsit gets it on Cash App, or if you donate independently to PayPal, which is paypal.me/innerworld, I'll read those off in the next stream. You know, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Thanks for all the super chats. I didn't even check Rockfin. I don't even know if Rockfin actually went live. Didn't even go through to Rockfin. Like I don't think so. I don't know. There's just so much I got to figure out. I don't even get it. Anyway, seek and speak truth unequivocally. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. So who cares what other people think? Yeah, there were giants. We'll talk about it in depth. I'll put a whole presentation for you. Basically, I just need to like really get all the finances and everything situated where I can like, because like I've been debating and trying to work on this OBS and then like just blah 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 and like I want to be able to like full time and like I'm edit that video. I want to start editing videos and making clips and then editing down my debates and showing the good parts and editing down my streams and showing the good parts. So there's short clips of certain types of information. I want to start putting together like PowerPoint presentations for each subject and like really ladling gravy again. So it's time consuming. I just have to be able to make sure that it's manageable, that I'm able to invest that much time into it, you know, but if it is, we're going to keep rocking out, and we should have a conversation with Bryant soon. So I'll just go ahead and tell the people that are on here and has kicked it around through all the difficulties. They're pretty OG. So right now the title of this stream is up in the air. Like, but I like the idea, like conspiracy campfire, where a bunch of truthers get to come on and talk about like a truther subject after I go through it for about an hour or so. That's kind of the idea. I'll lay it out for about an hour, and then a bunch of people can come on and talk about it. It'll be a truther subject that most truthers have kind of heard of at least, or they can just come get their take on it. So it'll be kind of like a call-in show, and that's the idea. And if it works out, then we'll do that. Conspiracy Campfire, as you saw for the thumbnail. And then we'll have a debate show, No Way Around It, where we talk about the Earth. Then we're going to have another show called Relatively Simple, where I want people to bring on like their friends or family they couldn't wake up to the Earth, and bring them on, like talk them into coming and having a conversation with me and like expressing whatever they're skeptical about or don't understand. And then, you know, that may be a segment of the debate show or the flat earth show, right, or whatever. And then we'll have Witsit Kicks It With, so we'll have like at least once a week is the plan to have a guest on, and I'll you know, we'll be sprinkling in different content throughout that too. Like I may do a couple streams in a day where I have a guest at a different time or whatever, and I'll be going around making a bunch of different appearances as well. So I think that's kind of the idea, is the debate shows, the Relatively Simply shows. So the debate show, I think it's going to be called No Way Around It. You go to Miswits on Discord, and that's where that's going to be. And then we're going to just, there'll be another show, like just a gravy show. So that's 5 a week right there, at least. That's almost 6. So yeah, we'll get it all rocked out. And you can go to witsitgets.live, and I'm going to try to make it where you can keep up with everything there. I'll give you guys the schedule there. I'm figuring out how to integrate a calendar there. It's trickier than I thought it would be. So cool. Thanks for hitting them with the support links. Vader Bear, much love, brother. Nice title. I don't know which one, but thank you. Now that show's going to be on its own in a banger as long as we get enough family members to do it. Yeah, if we can get enough people to do that, then Relatively Simple will be a pretty cool show by itself. Yeah. So like the idea is to have like a different show every day of the week, pretty much. No way around it. Might be twice a week, but because we need like a respectful like type of debate show. And then anyway, you guys get it. So yeah, we got lots of content coming. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll obviously be ironing out everything as we go, but we'll get within a couple weeks. I see us having like a really smooth operation. It should be cool. Q&A stream would be good for learning. That'd be cool. We could do a Q&A segment. We're talking about the Earth. We could do a segment of the Flat Earth days. I don't want to just talk about Flat Earth on this channel, though, you know? So, like, I'm not going to. Live testing is the way to do it. Well, technically, you can test it off the air. All right, cool. So yeah, so the way that if you want to support the channel, that'd be great. That's what's going to make all that possible, and make it possible for me to put as much time into it and the debates, modern day debate, and all this different stuff as well. So you can support the stream again. $Witsit gets it on Cash App, PayPal.me/InAWorld on PayPal. Also Witsit@protonmail.com on PayPal. You can also go to witsitgetsit.live and donate through there, although it takes a lot of process. Hopefully that'll all get worked out here soon. I think that maybe it'll just be the first time. It takes a while. So witsitgetsit.live. You can become a member. You can join the channel, become a member. You can also go to patreon.com/witsitgetsit, and you'll be added to the list of names in the intro video. So cool, there you go. And of course, if you can't afford to help financially, like help support the channel by liking and sharing, you know, that's also support and greatly appreciated. I can help with the OBS. I cannot do it tonight, man. But thank you for the offer. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not gonna stay up and no one can debate you, brother. You have a lot of care about the learning. Yeah. And also, like I said, I kind of exposed the behavior of some people in that other stream I showed you guys. So cool. All right, thank you guys for kicking it. We'll get it all worked out. It's kind of like a test stream. I was hoping that it all worked out real smooth, but I kind of knew there'd be a few hiccups. It is what it is. I'll have to look it up and Google exactly how to do it with the Razer audio interface. So, like I said, Sigma speak truth unequivocally. The weak find contentment in the consensus of ignorance. Phil, stop spreading your pseudoscientific belief on the children. That should be illegal. In the chat, talking about gravity, man. Come on, man. And praying for Austin Kai and the baby, too. Thank you, man. Much love. All right, so we're going to try to roll this in credits, and hopefully it works. You know, and Sigma speak truth unequivocally. And whenever they revile you for his name's sake or representing the truth or call you crazy or whatever because they just believe whatever they're told to believe, when they revile you for that or for his name's sake, rejoice, for they did that to all the prophets before you. That just means you're doing something right. If they don't, you're probably not doing something right, honestly. So until next time, peace.
Geopolitically